All right, this is row 6. And just so you know, what we're looking to accomplish is we're repeating this bottom row of white. So the bottom petals of the white daisies, they're going to go nestled into the valleys of these multicolored yarn daisies. So I've chained 3, and I'm going to begin by doing 2 clusters into the tops of the first 2 uphill cluster petals from this daisy below. I know it's hard to see with multicolored yarn, but I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert the hook into the top of that daisy. Be sure you get into both, under the V, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, getting hung up in my yarn here, and go back in the same hole, pull up, yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and go through all 3. That is your first cluster petal of this row. Now, you are not going to chain 2 on these lower petals because we're going to be gathering them like I've done here. We want them to pull together. So we did the chain 2 on the tops of the petals when we were going over the hill, but right now we're making the valley, the lower part of the daisy. So we're just gonna pull 5 times. I've explained before that I like to count. It keeps me on track as well as possible. If I don't count, I end up messing up and having to take out my work. So I'm gonna count and show you what I mean with each pull of the yarn on the needle. I count, I'm going into the top of the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are my first 2 petals. Now I'm going to chain 3, which I call a bridge. 1, 2, 3,